Views from the friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be friends though? It's cool though. Just don't try to play me for no fool, yo. Views from the friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be friends though? It's cool though. Just don't try to play me for no fool, yo. Yeah. Welcome to another edition of the Views from the Friend Zone podcast. Happy Sunday, y'all. The weather's mad beautiful. We haven't been on air for a long time. So, shout out to everybody who's been missing us, asking us when we coming back. We're back. Happy Mother's Day, which was last weekend.
It's a fact.
You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, even though he passed like 6 weeks ago. He actually died the day we did we knew about his death the day we did our last show, which was like March 31st. So, rest in peace to that. We felt the impact of that. It's made us think a lot. You know what I'm saying? Life has been happening. You know what I'm saying? I went to Italy for 10 days. I celebrated my 10-year wedding anniversary. Cliff had it popping in Vegas the other week and stuff. You know what I mean? Mike and Amanda Amanda will be in shortly. Mike had to take care of some family stuff. So shout out to Open Shirt Poppy and Greedy Gut. Greedy Gut should be on the way soon. But, we had to get the show popping. Cliff, man, what's been going on, man? Catch people up with you.
I turned 34, Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, happy birthday to all the Tauruses out there.
May 5th, 1985.
A legend was born,
a.k.a. Supreme Team Era.
You know what I mean?
Turned up in Vegas, had a good time in Vegas, me and my bro.
I had to rep Queens, you know what I mean?
Me and my bro Smooth turned up in Vegas.
Queens apparel, you know what I'm saying?
So it was a good birthday, and now we back to business,
You know what I'm saying? Back to regular schedule. Playoffs been crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Retarded.
Shout out to Steph Curry. I thought Steph Curry was finished, but he showed me. I didn't think he was finished. I didn't think he was the man like he was.
Bro, any person that played on a high level in basketball, to be great, you got to defer. If Scottie competed with Jordan, it don't work, right? Even though Scottie would never be on the level of Jordan, but if he felt like, oh, I'm just as good, they don't get
conflict.
6.
So,
you understand what I'm saying?
And that works in any team dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Even us as a team, I may be strong at one point, other people may be strong in others, and everybody got to play their role, for the team to survive. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to jump into the regular schedule show. The first topic is outside validation. And, in the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of controversy with Ayesha Curry. Her making the comment of, I love my man, I'm happy in my marriage, but, a lot of women show my man mad attention, and I just wish, I don't get that attention anymore. I don't get no male attention, and so we want to talk about outside validation in general, not necessarily just on the aspect of, being in a relationship and still wanting to know if other people still find you attractive, but just the fact that, some people will allow how they feel about themselves or how good they feel about themselves by wanting attention from the outside. You know what I mean? So the first lady is going to come in a couple of seconds, but, I'll get the conversation started. With the uproar of Ayesha Curry comments on the Red Table Talk, is wanting attention when you're already married wrong? We'll have your opine first.
At first, I was more upset, I think, than Stephen Curry.
Right.
Because, I asked
He had to present a united front, though.
No, of course, for the brand, right? Yeah. But I asked myself, I said, let me present this question to my wife just to see. And her reaction wasn't too far from Ayesha Curry. That's what woke me up, like, oh, what's going on here? And
Nancy, my wife told me that she didn't think what Ayesha said Curry was wrong.
Yes, but
she just feel like people are running with it.
But you know what it is though. That's why it's very important to have communication in your marriage, right? And certain things you need to have that discussion, right? After she explained herself and we went through it, because I was like, "Yo, what are you talking about? You think it's okay what she said?" It let me know a little bit different how they feel, because sometimes even as a married person or a significant other, you might not compliment the person and stuff. You might get a little more attention because just in general, you know, not because the person that you love is not getting attention, but sometimes it's a form of insecurity. If they had a child, they might have gained a little weight, and now you're not doing the same compliments and stuff. And then just in general, because like, you know, just sometimes we just forget to compliment our significant other, and that could be something like, oh man, I don't get that, but. For the brand wise, I think the conversation was better. She said it in the house with her and Curry, but her to say it on a national stage, I didn't accept it.
Yeah, but part of Red Table Talk, right, is having that conversation that's not had every day. Like, not to compare us to Red Table Talk, but I like to have discussions where it's just like it's stuff you think about, but you don't get to talk about every day, so people get to have. So I think my issue more so was her saying how, you know, women throw themselves at Steph and this, that, and the other. Sometimes they're disrespectful, and I get that. That's wrong. But she's just like, you know, so she just wished that, you know, she still got that attention that she used to get. And I'm like, to me, that was an unfair comment to make because you're married to Steph Curry. It's levels to it, right? Like every relationship is not gonna be mutual, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna get the same attention that, you know, that your spouse get.
Yeah.
My thing about it is just, you know, if Steph is treating you right and stuff like that, I can understand you still want to know that you still hot out there in the streets. Men do too. Men still want to know that the ladies are checking even if they're not checking for them. So there's no problem with that. My thing was her trying to compare herself to Steph. And that's not, you're not in the same point.
I had oh good.
We're gonna let
all right, so
introduce yourself again. Let them know what's.
Hi guys, I'm Greedy Gut, aka Amanda. I have a question. How long were they? When did they meet? How old
They
were
met
when
since high school.
They met since high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steph was always that dude. Even in high school, in their small little town, Steph was the best basketball player, even though they was in a small school. Steph always got a little attention. Since college, Steph was the man kind of thing. So the first question we ask is, with the outside validation of the topic we're talking about, with the uproar of Aisha Curry comments on Red Table Talk, is winning attention when you're already married wrong? What do you think? Outside attention.
I feel outside attention is wrong. One thing I hear a lot of people, or what they have been saying online, is that, oh, he has money, he gave her this house and everything. We are not in her situation. We don't know what's going on in the household, if there's something going on.
Yeah.
We don't know how it feels for our spouses to have as much attention as Steph Curry is having.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming down on Aisha, and I'm not in her shoes, and I've never felt that way when I was involved with anybody, but I feel like it's something a little bit more deep-rooted. I remember one show that we did before, you guys had said something about still feeling like you got it. Maybe she does still want to feel like she has it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not saying at all she's willing to open up her legs to any guy that wants it, but maybe she just wants to feel wanted by somebody else.
I don't think it signified her like feeling like she wanted to go out and cheat, or she still wants to.
I've heard a lot of people on the internet say that.
People want to run to that extreme. My
do.
thing is the energy of her saying that kind of like invites, right? Because now I feel like this. It didn't happen yet, but I feel like next season there's gonna be guys on the call who be like, "Yo, Steph, tell Aisha I said what up."
That's gonna fuck with him while he's playing the game.
Right, because she even though she wasn't wrong, she kind of let that energy know that she still wants that to come to her.
Yeah, she opened up a door that wasn't needed. A lot of the times, honestly, it's not because you're not cute anymore or you don't have certain looks without value. Sometimes, as a guy, and I'm speaking from the outside, we really respect that you were a good dude, a good solid dude.
I think that's what it is.
I think so too.
I definitely think that.
We really respect that he's a good solid dude. You know, he takes care of his family.
How many of us can do for you what Steph is doing for you?
Not many of us. So we don't even play the game to even. Because listen, guys are sick. Guys are shoot a DM or shoot a tweet, whatever, just to play games. But when you get to a certain level and you respect a man that he's doing everything right, and you don't even want to interfere to play those games, you're not even going to entertain that to try to do that. And I think the level of respect as a guy that we have for Stephen Curry, that's why I was mad, because I'm like, listen, like, This man makes $40 million a year. You're on Cover Girl. You got a cooking show. I'm not saying that she wasn't gonna be successful, because a smart girl is a smart girl. But he put you at a platform that you would never elevate.
He
from.
advanced her platform.
Yeah.
She had stuff going, and
And he
amplified.
he
it.
advanced your platform, and then it's like you go on the Red Table Talk, even though it's a show that's controversial and they want to lay it all out. It's certain things for the brand you don't say. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's the way I look at
and
it.
I want your opinion because you're the only woman on the panel. Mm-hmm. Like, so how many times, maybe not the last dating situation one, but just in the past, have you been with your man and you see dudes purposely kind of try to get your attention, knowing that you're with your man? Has that ever happened to you?
It used to happen to me back in the day, not now.
Because men are disrespectful, right?
Yeah.
And women will do it too. I'm going to be honest. I'm
Yeah.
a big dude. When I walk down the streets by myself, I may get one smile every random time.
Okay.
But
while you're with your wife?
But no, I'm just talking about by myself.
Okay.
But sometimes when I'm with my wife, especially if I'm back in the hood, I'll get women who are trying to get my attention to be disrespectful.
That happens.
Because my wife's Puerto Rican, but she's fair skinned, so
Yeah.
people think she's white. And then I get black women. Who will kind of flirt with me, not because they want me, but to kind of be like, I went to the dark side, so they're trying to mess with me to bring me
Why
back.
gotta be to the dark side?
But it's just the perspective of things.
It's just not to stay too long on the topic, right? But it's just that I'm at a certain age. I just turned 34. Like, I can respect somebody.
Happy birthday!
Thank you, appreciate it. I can respect somebody who's just doing well, and I say, even if I think his girl's attractive, I'm like, damn, like, yo, that's just a good mix. You know what I'm saying? So that's the level of respect. Even hood guys that I talked to, that talked about situations like, yo, I respect Steph Curry, because not just because he's a good basketball player, he don't got no scandals. You don't hear about no riffraff on the table, no this and that, and he built his brand to where we appreciate a black man doing good things. And then when his wife says, I want that too, like. You get confused as a black man. I'm confused because I'm like, hold on, what's going on?
I think what bothers her is the female attention that he's getting.
But
I think that just gets to her, and maybe she just wants to be as desirable as her husband is. And there's nothing wrong with making a statement like that, but at the same time, like, I don't feel like she meant it to say, oh, she wants a whole bunch of guys in her DMs. I just think it bothers her that a lot of groupies hit him up, and it's just getting to her.
Yeah. Like, to me, I've heard dudes say, "Oh, Aisha's a slur because she." I don't even see it that way because I don't even think she wants.
I'm glad you don't see it that way.
I don't think she wants the presence of like being able to mess with certain dudes. But my thing is, her, like you said, not knowing the brand and stuff like that, not understanding that, like, yo, your man is one of the most famous people in the world.
He's the most popular athlete in the NBA right now.
All right.
Yes.
So with that being said, all the attention that he's getting, you guys don't have a wife that's famous to even know what it feels like to be in her shoes.
Yeah. But
so
also,
I'm not saying that it's right that she said what she said.
Yeah.
But we also have to think about where she's coming from as well. Also, she just had a baby. Postpartum depression could be in there. We don't know nothing.
Yeah. Let's keep it real though. It's sort of like they're a brand.
Yeah.
You have to present the united front. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. This how you and your relationship look like on Facebook,
right?
And how your relationship is at home. So for her to even put that out there, to me, is just like
they're having trouble at home.
Not that they're having trouble at home, but to me, it's just like, she's not kind of playing the role.
Of keeping quiet? Is that what you're saying?
Keep quiet. But
no, I feel like that's what he's saying.
No,
he wants her to play the role of not keeping it real about what her relationship is at home, and she should keep quiet and keep that between her and Steph.
You know what it is? You know what it is? And I think it's good to have your opinion. Just that's why
I feel like she's relatable to a lot of women out there right now that are dealing with NBA players.
That's why it's good to have a woman's point of view on certain things, right? But my thing is this, right? There's a lot of stuff in relationships that Facebook and Instagram don't show, right?
Absolutely.
Right? Like, a lot of times you see people like, man, I wish I was in that film.
But
you don't know.
Goals.
Yeah, you don't.
They used to be goals.
Yeah.
Now I've heard a lot of people be like, "Oh shoot!"
But the
because there's a slight comment.
Not that she's a slut.
No relationship is perfect.
It's not just the comment. It's the fact that it's the fact that we got a brand.
Yeah.
We don't want to ruin it. Let certain things that you say, you got to be very careful for, right?
Yeah.
I think she regrets saying it. And Steph did the PR move the
And
next
even
day.
the mother-
And backed up. Even her mother
the mother
turned
tried
and
to
looked
clean it up
and
during
she's
the-
like, no, you getting that girl. She said it because I watched it twice because I was confused because I had the conversation with my wife. So I'm like, hold on. I was confused. So I said, let me go back and see. I seen certain things I didn't see the first time. The first time I was a little frustrated because I was like,
you came at it upset.
no, because I was typing on. She's like, this is not about us. I'm like, who are you? Like, because I was confused the first time. But when I sat back and I asked her, I think I asked my sister about it. My sister's, she in and out when it comes to being with certain stuff. And I asked certain people that, have a level of respect for.
Yeah.
And I value your opinion about it. But when you have a brand, it's certain things Steph won't do just to not disrespect his wife, right?
Yeah.
You don't see Steph. Steph is not, I don't know Steph, but he doesn't party or something. There's certain NBA players, they be married and you'll still see him caught up.
Yeah.
He respects the brand. He grew up in the church. He is not saying that he's just playing a role. He respects everything about his wife. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he's not giving enough.
I think she respects him too.
I think she respects him to a certain level, but then
I think she respects him.
She
and
said that
just
he's too
felt-
nice.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. What?
She said that Steph
Because Steph's
Is
not going
ni-
to push people
yeah,
away.
he's
Steph
nice.
will do the autographs. The groupie girls will come.
Is
to
he
Steph and
signing
Steph will be-
titties and shit?
No, I don't think he's signing titties. But
Signing titties.
he's one of the. This is my thing. When you create a level of competition
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense. Like, okay, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you can't say that." Like, to me, it's just like her making that comment. To me, is just like she wants to compete against him.
I just think she wants to be just as desired as he is.
But she
I
would
think
never
that's not
will.
realistic.
That's not
I know,
realistic.
I know, but I really feel like maybe that's what it was. She's been with him since in the teens, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you have millions of women that want to fuck your man. She probably feels some type of way. What was wrong with her expressing
She
that?
signed up for that.
She did sign up for it.
It wasn't like last minute, like, oh shit.
That's like
I
signing
found
up.
out I'm with Steph.
That's like signing up for a high-paying job, and when you get there, you getting paid, but you're not fucking happy in some part of your job. Maybe something happened.
Yeah, no, that's
Whatever.
fine.
And she probably just feels some type of way. She signed up for
You
it,
know-
but at the same time, it's probably really hard. For
You
her.
know what? Honestly, though, it was one of the things where I had to touch on it because I'm married, and I'm like, let me see what. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest here. On this podcast, my wife's answer wasn't too far off from Steph Curry. That's what confused me.
You mean Aisha Curry?
I mean Aisha
Yeah,
Curry,
yeah.
and I was like, hold
Because,
on.
but my thing is this: she didn't say she want to fuck somebody else. She just wants to be as desirable.
No, she was just saying. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
When I had the situation, and we was talking about, she didn't mention anything about like she wants the other men attention, whatever too. But she said I could see where she's coming from.
Yeah.
Not feeling the same person, like what you call it, not getting the same compliments and stuff. And
Yes.
she's like one thing I can respect about my wife. She never put me in a position where I feel uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
damn, what you call
I
it.
just don't
certain
think it's
situation.
realistic when you take into consideration
What?
the dynamics of you're married to Steph Curry's wife. You're Steph Curry's wife, kind of thing. My thing about it is, it's like, I know it's just like, oh, everyone for desired. That, have you ever seen imagery of them two together where you don't feel like, man, Steph don't even know other women exist. Steph be all in Aisha, and she says sometimes.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't pay attention to that shit. I don't know. I don't even follow any of them on Instagram. I don't know anything about that. I just heard what she said, and that's that.
Yeah. So when
Me
you
as
heard
a
what
woman-
she said, what was your reaction?
When I'm in a relationship, I don't care about outside attention. That's just me. Like, I don't desire another guy. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. But, like I said before, we don't know what's going on, like how she feels. I feel like I don't want anybody else. I just want my guys' attention.
This is the last thing I'm going to say, and then we'll move to the second part of the question.
Okay, cool.
It's like, what shocked me is because of the relationships I've been in and just like friends, like when you show your woman that attention that makes her feel like, yo, she's it, no woman can mess with her. Usually women are just so like oblivious to the fact that dudes
everybody
are
else.
hollering at them and stuff like that. Cause
Does
they
he
get
make her
treated so
feel
well.
that way? Do we know that?
That's all we see.
That's all you see. What you just said 5 minutes ago, what you see is for Instagram and Facebook is on Facebook. That could be a front that they're putting up for the cameras.
That's a fact.
So is behind the cameras, is that the way she really feels? We don't know.
No, but
Do you think she made her man look weak out here in the streets? Keep it a buck.
Make him look weak?
Yeah.
No, I don't think she made him look weak. I don't think so.
What do you think? Do you think she made him vulnerable out here? In the streets?
I think she definitely put him.
She opened up doors for other women to go harder, maybe.
You know, I think she definitely put him in a bad position where it's like, not saying he's not doing his job, but like, she made it hard for any regular dude. Period.
But that's something within herself that she has to fix, and he's not doing anything wrong. We don't know.
Because it's like, if we like, yo, if Stephen Curry don't get it right,
wait a minute.
I felt good.
I'm just
you know,
saying that.
It made me feel
How old
good.
is she? She's 30, right?
No.
Yes, she's 30.
She's 31.
Yeah, they're like
30.
29, 30.
And she has 3 kids. She probably feels fucking exhausted.
I think they're a little early, like 31.
They're like 31, 32.
She
They're
probably
like 31,
feels
32.
exhausted. I think she's 30. She's younger. She's 30.
I think that.
Well, whatever
it
the case
doesn't
may be,
matter.
she has
They're
3
adults.
kids.
It made me, it actually made me feel good because I said, you know what? If Steph Curry can't get the game right, I'm okay with the game not being right.
It was one of those things like, wow, like Steph don't get it right, then damn, I'm dog shit.
I'm worried about splitting the mortgage. Right? She ain't worried about shit like that.
She doesn't have to.
Listen, I'm dog shit compared to that relationship. I'm like, but you know, it's one of those things where it was a conversation she opened up for everybody to look at, and it also to make you, if you're in a relationship, it like you step back and ask certain questions. Hold on, let me see what's going on. It was one of the things where it was a bad thing for the brand, I think.
Yeah.
And it wasn't needed, but it also opened the doors for others to be like, hold on.
I think it was a bad thing for the brand, but
it made us realize they're regular people too.
I was just about to say that. We're acting like this is a bad thing too.
No, but
we have to look at it from that point of
It made
view.
us realize that there was regular people too.
So let's move on to the next portion of outside validation, right? Is wanting to be validated by strangers a sign of insecurity or confirmation in what you already know? So what I'm saying is just like wanting the attention that Aisha wants, right? Mm-hmm. She's not saying that she wants to be with other dudes, but she wants other dudes to acknowledge that she's still beautiful, that she still got it. So my question is wanting that validation insecurity, or you just want confirmation to know that you still got it?
Go ahead, Cliff.
You know what? You sometimes you just want to know you still got it, right?
That's why we in the gym.
No.
That's why we in the gym. That's why winter into spring, you try to get right for the summertime, even though you got a boo, right?
No, yeah.
You get ready. Next weekend is the beginning of thotting season. Memorial weekend is the beginning of thotting season.
Okay.
Across the board in the United States.
Here you go with this thought shit.
But I'm just saying, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. But so Cliff, do you think it's insecurity or just wanting to know you still got it?
I think it's wanting to know you still got it. Mm-hmm. You know, because like sometimes it's not even about just knowing that, oh, somebody went. You just want to know, okay, my stuff's still sharp. You know,
I agree with that. I feel the same way.
That's what it is. And you know yourself. You're not gonna act on it in certain things, like you know.
But then I think that's the way she feels. She wants to feel like she has it.
Granted,
what you're saying right now is probably how she felt. She wants to feel like she has it.
It's a time and a place for it. It should have been said on that kind of platform. You know, certain questions should have been avoided on that platform, right?
You know they're not going to do that.
No, I'm just saying no.
That wouldn't make it a good show.
It wouldn't make it a good show. But
like with us, right? Sometimes you say some wild shit, and I'll be like, "Yo, what's
wait, you say some wild shit too."
I was gonna get to that. Sometimes I say some shit, and when I get home, I'm like, "Okay,
you know what?
You
know, even though I say the wild shit on the show, sometimes my wife knows that it comes from a comedy place. I like to play around and joke around and stuff too, but she know who the person she married, so it's like. I might say something wild, and she knows that ain't necessary. She called me Big Bear, so for her to call me Big Bear, she's not really taking me serious. So about certain things, but sometimes you just want to know you got
cute.
it.
That's a little fact we learned, Big Bear.
Yeah.
My thing is, I think it's a combination of both, right? Like, it depends to what level you go.
Okay.
Now, obviously, like. When you go out in the streets, you want to be able to be like to me, I just want to be able to sometimes, if I I smile because I'm a friendly person. So I smile at, when I see a woman, I smile. I also smile.
You smile like guys too?
No, because guys are funny. But I smile at women to one, be unalarming, right? Because as a big black man, you walk the street sometimes, and then women, especially women who are not your race, are always kind of tense at you. So I smile just so that I'm unalarming, announcing that I'm not a threat.
Okay.
But sometimes you smile at a pretty woman and you're not trying to holler at them, but if you could get a smile back, it makes you feel good. So you do want to know that you have the energy to be able to attract.
Okay. Right?
But there's also the insecurity where it's just like you feel you have to go out of your way to draw that attention, to especially when you're with someone. That's why I asked someone, because I was talking about dotting season starting next weekend.
This guy.
And I said, for me as a man, when dotting season's coming, we know the summer dresses are coming out. We know the short shorts are coming out. So I asked the woman, I was just like, so with dotting season coming around, what are you looking for? And she said she knows there's more eyes that's going to be on her.
Oh.
So she gets sharp for that. She knows that. And this person was in a situation, the person's married and stuff like that. And I said to myself, I didn't think of it insecurity, but I said to myself, like, you know what? We approach dotting season differently, right? Men, we approach it as like predators.
You love that dotting season.
I know.
But I say that to say this, it's an insecurity if you act outside of yourself to get attention that's not necessarily needed. But you also need that confirmation. What do you think?
I was agreeing with Cliff. Like, sometimes you want to still feel like you have it. It's kind of dangerous with what you said, though, what the girl said. Like, if she purposely doing it, is like, yeah, you kind of insecure.
No, but
when you're purposely inviting that.
What she said was, she knows she got to step her shit up and be even sharper because there's more eyes out there.
But what eyes are you looking for?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because, I mean, if you're in a situation... That's my whole thing is, I got to the point where I want to know I still got it, but I'm not going to act or to present myself in a certain light all the time. You know what I mean? Like, when you present yourself and you want to do... Like, even social media, right? Mm-hmm. You could... Everybody want to put up nice pictures, show that, you're doing okay for yourself, whatever, too. Yeah. But even certain pictures, like the constant same... booty and ass pic. You don't got no pictures that say that, I'm just beautiful. Everything is from the bed behind. I'm like, shorty, come on. Can I at least see your eyes? It's certain difference. That's not saying you still got it. It's when to say, I want to go from 1,000 to 1,000,000 with this new ass pic. That's a different story.
And,
you know what I mean?
That's the funny thing. And that's why another reason, to kind of backtrack to the Aisha Curry thing. It's like, she's 31, 32. She got 3 kids. She's not a 21-year-old out there. Like,
right.
At a certain time, you're a mom. You've been married for a good 10 years and stuff like that. Like, what real outside validation do you need?
It doesn't matter if you're a fucking mom. If you want to feel sexy and shit, you're going to feel sexy. You want to feel sexy.
That's a fact.
I'm in my 30s. I want to fucking feel sexy in my 50s and my 60s. I want to feel sexy whether I have 2 kids or 10 kids. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with wanting to feel that way. It's not wrong to be wanting to be desired by somebody else, but knowing that you're going to be faithful to your man at home.
Yeah. I don't know. Because to me...
You want to know you still got it. Period, point blank.
See, I'm the type... I never really had it, right? I always had to... every woman that I've been with, I had to work hard.
Yo, I'm laughing because that shit came from your soul.
Because
I never really had it.
So to be honest with you, I don't know what it is to like go out, walk the streets, and just bag mad women. I could go out and like have to like knock on doors like, hey, what's good? Kind of thing. I always had to work hard for it. So I've never been in a position to feel like I need to still have it. Yeah. But my thing is like, if you have everything that's golden outside, golden inside, I feel like you still want to make sure that you're presentable. But to actually need that energy come to you, to me, I feel like that's an insecurity. Mm-hmm. Like, it'd be different. To me, it was just like, if her statement was, I still want to know that I'm considered attractive outside, it's cool.
Boom. She just said, I want to still know I got it.
But it was comparing, like, he gets all of this. I want the same thing.
She's letting you know.
Like, you trying to compete against her. There's no competition.
She's not trying to compete. She's letting you know that she knows that her husband has it. She wants to feel like she has it, too. That's it. I think people took her words and like totally blew it out of proportion.
Okay, so the last topic on outside validation, we'll move on to a more theoretical situation. Do we as people prioritize brands and luxury items because we don't value ourselves? So we need that Benz and that Louis for people to know that we really got it going on.
That
or
to
we
me
get
is
into
a
that
sense
bag.
of insecurity. If you feel like you need to have these things,
Why
in
do you think
order-
us as a people, everybody does it across the cultures, but I feel like black people do it bad, like worse than other cultures.
Because we got to show you, not we, because you're not, but I feel like maybe they feel like they have to show you that they have money. Sometimes when you see like a Caucasian person, they can have all the money in the world. You see them with a pair of Skechers and a T-shirt.
Yeah.
One of us would be like, oh, I'm going to get the Louis this, I'm going to get that.
The Ferragamo belt, all this craziness and stuff
Maybe
like that.
they just want to show it off, show that they have it. They want people to see some of their worth, their financial worth.
Yeah. Like I used to, when I was younger, I used to want to feel like I was getting it, and now I just want to be presentable. Now I want to be presentable.
'Cause
I
we're
want to feel
older
good,
now.
kind of thing, you know.
We're older.
But sometimes I wear flashy stuff, and sometimes I wear just plain stuff. But as long as I'm clean
Yeah.
and I don't look messy, I'm good with that. But I feel like we go extra hard. Like even with the Gucci band, I feel like that happened for like 2 weeks, and now I'm starting to see everybody rock Gucci again.
Like we know that shit was going to happen anyway.
no,
You know what I mean? Even the NBA players, I'm like, yo, all these dudes are coming to the interview with Gucci hoodies and stuff. I was like, it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, now it's been a little while because we've been off the air for
We
a
know
while.
what you mean by 2
But
weeks
you know
ago.
what I'm saying? So what do you think, Cliff? Why do you think, like, you know, as a people, we prioritize brands and luxury items? Is it because we don't value ourselves or not?
It's not. I don't think we just value ourselves. It's just that sometimes, like me, I'm the type of person. I like nice clothes. I like a nice car. I like certain things, and I like the people I'm around with to have those things too, right? But it's just that's me because I want to value that. I worked hard for it, right? At this point in my life, it's not really necessary to let everybody know, yo, I'm doing well. Which you know when you're doing well. People that's doing well don't really have to show you.
They don't have to.
They don't have to show you.
But that's what I said. Like some people, just
you don't have to show you.
Tee.
Same person that is doing well, you could go. One time, a true story. I was in IHOP. What you call it? First time. It's like 2010 when I first got my first foreign car. Whatever. I was hyped. Whatever. Too. I pulled up. I was IHOP. This guy had holes in shirts and everything. I'm like, damn. Why would he come to IHOP like the way he do whatever? He jumped out. So he went right in that Bentley. I said, damn.
Yeah.
He's in a Bentley, right?
I'm in a $20,000-$30,000 car. I think I'm doing it. This guy got a $400,000 car. I'm like, this stuff is a little different.
Yeah.
Because he didn't care about it. He was
didn't
going to get
care.
breakfast. He didn't care, whatever. And you know, he wanted to know feel good. Sometimes you want nice stuff because you work hard, but some people do want people to know that they're on the main stage. Because it's crazy. Because some people have all this stuff and live in the projects or live in certain things and
You
not
just-
value.
Listen, you just touched on a great point.
and not
living
value
in the
what's going
projects
on.
and
Just if I had any influence, right, I would tell people like, yo, if you want to stunt on somebody, own some shit. Go out here, have a business. Go out there, own some property.
Yeah.
That's when you show me that you balling, right? Because the little trinkets and the belts and the shoes and shit like that, and then you going back and like you renting, you're not owning, you don't have no business and shit like that. Like to me,
It's tough.
you a modern day clown. You might as well have a McDonald's outfit, like Ronald McDonald outfit on to me. You know what I'm saying? If you're not moving towards owning some shit, building your people up, what are you really flossing on? To me, I laugh at people who like are so sharp, but then they turn around and like, yo, can I borrow some money? Like, dude, your IG just now? I thought you knew Trump, but you out here asking me for money outside of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You
know
know,
what I'm saying?
I think at the point of this time, you just got a priority, right? And then you can wear nice stuff. You can wear nice stuff if you work hard and you feel good about yourself. But you know, it's just a matter of what you're doing behind that nice stuff. Sometimes a lot of people have nice stuff, live in the projects, do certain things, and then you're like, damn, like you could all that money you spend this year, you could have put a down payment on that crib already.
Right, exactly.
You know, like Balenciagas and all these stuff, they're $1,000 a pop.
But it all depends on what people want for themselves.
Yeah.
If that's what they just want to do, then fuck it.
Yeah.
And also
Spend their money on that
sometimes looking a
stuff.
certain way helps bring money to you. So I
Of-
get
of
that
course,
as well.
of course.
But if it's not bringing money to you and you're struggling, to me you just look like a clown. But anyway, we're going to move on to, outside validation, to a topic that's very serious, especially of late. And Amanda, I need you to really bring this home, this segment, because it's really about the women. And it's the attack on women's rights, right? Because last year it was Me Too, and then people not really believing some of the people who were coming out, kind of thing. So it took like outrageous examples for people to start to believe.
Yeah.
And even then, people are still questioning, right? R. Kelly, the woman, well, why these girls, ran to R. Kelly knowing who he was, right? Bill Cosby, why these women let Bill Cosby do these kind of things? But now we got to move on to something more serious, and it's the whole abortion situation, right? With them making in Alabama, I think it's after 6 weeks or whenever they detect a heartbeat, it's illegal for you to not have this abortion, and if a doctor do it, he can get up to 99 years. Which is crazy.
That's crazy.
Right? So the first question, the topic is attack on women's rights. Is Alabama new law on abortion an attack on women's rights? And we need you to...
Absolutely. I'm pro-choice. It's my body. I can do what I want with my body. I don't agree with abortions after a certain amount of time in terms of I've heard of crazy things like I think the second trimester or something like that, where
some places will do abortion up till 6 months.
Right. Now I think
and by 6 months you already know the sex.
The sex and everything. I think that's a little with that part. I don't really agree with that. Because I've heard it's like a 2-day abortion. They stick some sticks up inside of you or something that kills the baby, and they pull out the baby in pieces the second day. I don't know how true it is, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, because the baby's really if a baby's born at 7 months, he's a preemie, but he has a chance of surviving. So 6 months is like the baby's almost there. But so you do feel
I'm pro-choice. Absolutely. It's my body. I can do what I want with my body. You're not going to be taking care of this baby when it's born. I feel like there's going to be a lot of issues with women murdering their children when the baby is born. I feel like there's going to be a lot of situations where we're going to have a little rinky-dink basement situation where people are just fucking doing homemade abortion.
Just like the homemade ass shots to take it to random.
So we're going to have more deaths as well. I don't think it's going to solve anything.
And then now the baby and the mother are subject to death or losing their life because of making these things.
Exactly. So,
This is just in Alabama, or this is just...
Right now, Alabama has, been to the forefront of making that law. Okay. Abortion is a state issue, right, where different states have the thing. Roe versus Wade was a federal kind of proclamation about, was it Roe versus Wade? I forgot what, I think I'm quoting the wrong lawsuit. But anyway, there's federal statutes, but then each state can make their own abortion law, right? So to me, it's just crazy. Like, it's 2019 and we're still worrying about what women are doing with their own bodies.
Exactly. And it's none of your business, especially all this, if you get raped, so I'm supposed to have a baby.
What about incest? What about molestation?
All that shit.
And they tried. Some people tried to add that to the thing, and they rejected it.
And that's crazy. But like I said, what's going to happen? It's probably going to be a lot more suicides, a lot of more basement abortions. People dying from that. People just throwing their babies out in the garbage because they don't want the baby.
To me, it's crazy how we could be in this day and age of so much technology, so much information, access to so many examples of us being wrong about things, and we're really worrying about what a woman does with her body.
It's none of your business.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's a very touchy subject.
It is a touchy subject.
Yeah, very touchy subject.
Don't get it twisted. You mentioned a great point, right? I'm pro-choice as well. At the same time, I do feel like, there's always outliers, right? I've known women who've had 6 abortions, right?
6, wow.
6 abortions. And then, and I said to myself,
lots of the body.
It's lots of the body. To me, me.
That's when they're using abortion as not even a contraceptive, but that's their.
And my thing is just there's so many people who want babies,
right,
who have been trying and don't have any children, and then there's some people who have 6, 7 abortions. So that's the outlier. But my thing about it is for us to sit there, to fix our mouths, to say, you know what? No, you shouldn't be able to do abortion. Someone said it. I think I was listening to Power 105 and other people who was just like, Republicans care about what you do to your body as far as abortion till that baby's born. And once that black, brown, or whatever baby's born,
They don't care.
they don't care about supporting that baby. They don't care how that baby eat, what kind of lifestyle that baby has. They just want that baby to arrive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you think about this situation?
Honestly, I'll be honest. This is the first time even hearing about the situation, but I definitely feel like it's a woman's choice. They're gonna be the ones that have to deal with the after effects. Because every time you get an abortion, it's not a light situation.
It's not a light.
It could be all kind of
And
complications.
it affects your chances of being able to have a baby going forward.
And then also you can't tell a woman who is not financially stable. She's been doing. She might have anxiety. She might have stress. All these factors to bring a child in the world and make sure that child's gonna be provided all the necessary tools.
But that's why I said it might be more deaths.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a situation where they're trying to make this happen, but the people they haven't took a step back to see the consequences.
It's
right?
short-sighted.
And then not to be racist, but it's gonna affect a lot of African American
minorities.
Maybe
in general.
that's what they want.
So because.
Maybe that's exactly what they want.
It's a tough situation, right? It's the first time you're hearing it. I'm just talking from my perspective of it, and I think they should definitely have the choice to see what they want to do with their body.
It's a huge tack on women's rights, right? We already know that women get paid like 78 cents to the dollar of a man with the same skill set, the same education, same experience, right? We all know how it's just like women are attacked in so many different venues, like you said, with the Me Too, and how women are subject to be sexually assaulted. So we turn around and fix our face, and a lot of times we drag a woman through so much when they're sexually assaulted and they report it. We kind of embarrass them, right? Mm-hmm. Because every woman that I've known who has like the rape allegations and stuff like that, a lot of women don't come out to say something about it because of the questions they ask. What were you doing there? What were you wearing? Did you provoke it? All these silly ass questions. So we make it almost. We traumatize the woman twice after they're sexually assaulted, and now we're forcing them sometimes to keep the babies that are the results of these sexual assaults.
Like I said, there's gonna be more deaths. They're gonna be throwing these babies in the garbage,
how
leaving them in a ditch.
How do we seriously
They don't have
fix our
enough safe
face
havens
to make these rules?
Like you said, she's saying it's definitely gonna be more deaths and
Absolutely,
people
all these
suicide.
abusive things that are going on in New York City alone. Imagine in another state.
And now you're forcing somebody to have a kid
that they don't want.
Yeah.
So it's like it's definitely going to be.
So the next
a
question
hostile
is:
environment.
we had Me Too, and now we have this abortion ban. I feel like I want you to answer this. Do you feel like we're kind of actually rolling back some of the rights that women have worked hard to get?
Yes.
Soon they're going to try to double question women's rights to vote.
I really feel like that they are doing that. Yes. It's my body. Like, you know what I mean? I can do what I want with my body.
I'm just flabbergasted by that whole situation.
It's crazy.
Honestly, this the first time even been hearing about the situation.
Because
you didn't hear about this?
I didn't really hear about the situation.
It's been crazy. This last week has been crazy.
Just to know that's when the situation is like, is it just gonna affect?
And it's Alabama of all places.
You know?
Alabama of all places.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
because that whole Bible Belt, the whole Bible Belt, Russ kind of down south, they always try to make it a religious thing. But the thing that disappoints me the most, right, is like, women. There's women out here. The governor of Alabama is a woman. I forgot her name, and she voted on this bill as well.
Some old raggedy ass bitch.
I'm not gonna go that far, right? But I see, it's tough to see women vote against their own self-interest.
She's not even having sex anymore.
She's dried up. It's tough to see women vote against their own self-interest to me, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So the last question on this topic is: some women don't support Me Too, and voted for the men who put this law into abortion ban. Are these women voting against their own interests or wanting to be part of the good old boy cause to act them to move this way, right? Because I say that to say, like, the women who knew about all of Trump's sexual allegations and were big pro-Trump supporters, right? Mm-hmm. Because they was more, some of these women were more anti-Hillary than they were pro-Trump. So the women who are out here kind of vote against their own interests to kind of align with the political party or just
you think they voted? against their own interests, or maybe this. I feel like some people that are living in certain parts of the South still carry on the way things were from long ago, and they just have it stuck in their brains.
So even if
how it is,
if this mentality wants you to be barefoot and pregnant and stay your ass in the house kind of thing,
sadly, there's some women that are like that.
That will still support against their own interests. So
There's
that's what,
some women
like, do you
that
think
are
these
like,
women are
whatever my husband says or whatever it, like they just sit there and they just go with it because that's the way they were raised. I think it's a situation like I think that's the way they were raised. They're trying to keep it the way it was.
To me, that's the most.
They
hurtful.
probably don't even even care.
The most
about,
hurtful of the situation is to actually go against your own self-interest.
We don't know if it's against their self, and maybe it's embedded in their head that they're just that ignorant. It's embedded.
Supporting people who support an abortion ban as a woman is voting against your own self-interest, because
I know some people who are not pro-choice.
You don't know what's going to happen down the line.
I know people who are not pro-choice.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, and they were raised that way. So I really think it's that. I really do. One of the.
What do you say? I just feel like sometimes some women in
or maybe they feel like they
circumstances-
don't have a say, that they can't speak up, even though there are other avenues that they could. But they feel like, where's a woman in Alabama with no money gonna go? And she's raised with a bunch of racist people. She's raised with a bunch of people who feel this way about her own choice with her body and stuff. They're raised like this. If you're a baby and they're teaching you when you get older, you're not supposed to get abortions. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. She's going to go by that. I think a lot of people are raised this way. And they feel like it's right.
To me, it's sad. People who just don't want to go against the grain, don't want to rock the boat, and kind of put into place political powers, political institutions that go against your own circumstance, your own progression. I feel like all the progression that women have made, then we come out and make stupid ass rules like that to make it seem like America was the home of democracy, of a better choice, and a lot of people don't see us that way anymore. And to be honest with you, I don't either. You know?
Yes,
Okay, so to make it lighter, because that got kind of heavy, we're going to move on to the last topic, right? Last topic is just fun, no feelings, right? Because I feel like we have to be able to discuss a more mature way of handling, I just want to be physical. I don't want us to have a relationship. I feel like we walk into those situations too much with deceit. I feel like sometimes we tell a person, like, look, I just want to keep it sexual. I want to, I'm attracted to you, attracted to me. I need needs to be met, and that's cool. But I feel like a lot of times that situations also come across with deceit, where we tell someone like, yeah, let's build. I'm enjoying this and stuff like that. And then you get what you want, and then it's just like, all right, this is kind of whack now. And then, you knew that you didn't want that the whole time, but the way you introduced it, it kind of deceived that person. So as an adult, especially in our 30s, it's just like, do we really need to be deceitful? Can we be honest? I feel like the people who don't want to be honest are just lazy, right? Because it's easier to sell a dream and get, that's like using honey to attract whatever you want, instead of using the honesty. So let me ask the first question, then you can ahead. So the first question is,
who's gonna go first?
With summer around the corner, how to keep your feelings light?
You didn't say with thotting season.
I was gonna say summer/thotting season, especially with Memorial Weekend coming out. That's when the barbecues and the thot pheromones are just
okay.
They're just buzzing. Like,
I didn't know.
With the summer around the corner, how do we keep feelings light and fun? Go ahead. You're married, we understand that, but as just a person in the marketplace, how do you approach a woman, let her know you want to keep it light and fun without being hurtful?
It's just the whole conversation, right? And you really got to pay attention now to the conversation. If you want to get to know a dude and he tell you straight up, at this point in my life, I'm just going with the flow, or I'm just taking it day by day. He doesn't want nothing serious. Mm-hmm. But it just all, and also if you want something serious, start off that way, because you could also avoid time being wasted, right? Because everybody think they could change somebody, even guys. Yo, girl might tell a guy she's celibate, she's not, she's been through a rough past, she's just trying this thing with her. Nah, it's only a matter of time. I'm gonna get her to do what I want, whatever too. But she could be really sticking to that, and then you could see after a while, like, hold on, this girl's really, she's really sticking to what she's saying, and then you can fall back. So it's very important right now to pay attention to detail when you're having a conversation, right? Because it could make you or break you. Just focus on the detail of the conversation. The conversation is more, we just do what we do, we'll cross that bridge when we cross that bridge. That's more somebody that's, he's just looking for fun. But the conversation is like, you know what, at this point, I want to build, That's somebody who's serious. So you just got to dissect the conversation.
What about you?
What's the question again? Can you ask the question again?
So the question is, right? With summer around the corner, aka Thought season this weekend, how do we keep it fun and light?
How do we keep it fun?
How do
and
we
light?
keep your flings light and fun and not serious, right? Because like Clifford was saying, it's the nature of the conversations, right? There's a meme that goes around like a man will do A, B, C, D, tell you can't have no other male friends, tell you that they love you, make love to you, do this, that, and the other, spend every night, want you to cook, clean, do his laundry and stuff, but then say,
that
we're
sounds
just
like a
friends.
marriage.
Yeah, but say, we're just friends. So how do we keep it light and fun as adults?
Keep it light. If you want to keep it light and fun, you just be straightforward. Like, listen, summer's coming. I'm a thought, and I just want to thought around and have some sex, and that's all I want to do. Just keep it real. That's it. A lot of people accept this. Some women be like, I don't want to be a thought. I don't want to thought with you. I don't want to just fuck you.
Yeah. I feel like the thing is just like, our words have to be consistent with our action.
Yes.
Right?
I agree with that.
That's a fact.
Because a woman will say, or a man will say, we're just sleeping around, but you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're calling, making doctor's appointments for this man. You're making sure that he did this, he did that, and this other. You're doing everything that a wife and a partner should be doing without the title.
If he tells you he just want to smash, or if she tells you she just wants to smash and she's doing the extra stuff, then that's her mistake or his mistake.
But that's why it's very important.
Actions and
pay
words
attention
need to be consistent.
They do have to be consistent. Absolutely, I agree with that.
You got to pay attention to detail because the problem is, like, even when I was out there, right? I'm a genuinely nice guy, so even before my wife, if I was just fucking you, I could be just fucking you, treating you accordingly and doing all the things, whatever. You might think that you're my girlfriend, but no, baby girl, you are not my girlfriend. This contract could be over at any time, but because we didn't pay attention to the detail at the time when I was telling you that.
But see, here's my
That's
thing.
legalese. That's legalese in the
If
contract.
you're just smashing, is she meeting your family?
Huh?
If you're just
Dudes would have a girl.
You know why?
No,
you know what? You know, yeah, you know why? You know why?
Babysitting man, your
You know-
son.
you know-
You know what I'm saying? But
Wait a minute, I'm calling him my son's
you know
man
why she
too, by
might.
the way.
You know what I'm saying? You might just meet his family because even though he just smashed it, he still have the level of respect for you to say, you know what, I'm having a little barbecue function, come through. Because you're not at the level that you're his girlfriend, but you're at the level where he still feel a certain kind of way because y'all not just having sex. He still like you, but he don't want to take it there. But you got to pay attention to detail. So I might, even as a nice person.
What's the details that a woman has to pay attention to?
It's every relationship is different. I can't break the code because a
It's
lot
commitment.
of my guys will be calling my phone after this and be like,
son, why you do
"Yo,
that work?"
what's going on with you? What's going on?" But no, it's just
I feel like, you know what? You got to have that conversation consistently.
I agree with that.
What are we doing?
Check-ins.
What are the goals of this?
Right.
I feel like men, especially, we have to be like, yo, if I was in that situation, like, yo, seriously, I'm not emotionally available for a relationship.
Somebody is at the door.
You know what I'm saying? So you can sit. We about to wrap up, but you could go ahead and sit. But so sometimes men need to say like, yo, I'm not emotionally available for a relationship. I enjoy your time. I like to hang out. I'm going to treat you good. I'm not going to treat you bad, but I'm not emotionally available for a relationship. And I don't see that changing.
but
We have to be able to accept that, but
Yeah.
we don't. We think that we're going to change the game. We think if I put it on him enough, if it's that good, and then I cook him some food or some crazy shit, it's going to change the
but
game.
it's no reason. It's no reason for me, even though I'm just fucking you, to treat you like a dog. So that's why you might meet the family, right? Because like I said, I'm a genuine nice guy. If we are just having sex and I told you I'm not looking for nothing serious, that doesn't mean I'm not going to treat you at a certain level because I'm a nice guy. But you still got to pay attention to the detail. Remember when we first had that conversation, I told you the space I was at. So now you trying to convert me to something else, and I'm still telling you.
But earlier he said that things would change and you start doing different things. I think consistency needs to be.
But paying attention to detail and communication is 100%
I feel like
important.
if you're screwing with somebody, keep it. And I think I said this my first couple of shows. If you're screwing with somebody, you keep it just like that. No fucking invites. Like, no, you're not coming to my barbecues.
But
you're not doing that. You coming over to my house after 12 o'clock. We smashing and you getting the fuck out of my door.
Listen,
no, I think in order to spare feelings, you could do that. What are we doing all this extra stuff for?
You know what it is though too, because sometimes just because
you don't need to do that.
No, sometimes I need certain advice and I like our conversation.
All right, call me for the advice, but don't call me to invite me to a barbecue. I take food seriously.
So the last thing we're gonna say on this topic,
I hear you.
The last question we're gonna have on this topic, then we'll wrap up the show. It's a 2-part question. How do we avoid feelings being caught, and does friends with benefits have an expiration date?
It has an expiration when both of y'all want it to expire, or one of them feels like, all right, I'm done smashing, I want to smash it next, then you just let them know. Honesty. You got to be honest. You finish smashing this one, you want to smash the next one, and go ahead and do it. Just be like, yo, I'm not interested anymore.
Do you think that's not correct?
It's correct, because then if it's not, then you just leading the person on.
Do you feel like that's behavior of someone in our age group? Is that acceptable behavior?
Is it behavior in someone in our age group to be a thought? Not really. You would think at this age that we're all ready to settle down and we have our lives together like we always talk about on every show.
Yeah, but see, there's something that you probably not paying attention that he don't want to take it to the next level.
Not me.
No, not you. I'm just saying it just in general. Like sometimes females be like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You know, why are we not going to the next level? If he not ready, he not ready. You know, it was
absolutely.
You're not
and
emotionally
that's up
available.
To the girl to leave the dude alone.
Yeah,
right.
But, you know, and
if she knows and feels that deep down inside that he's not ready, then it's time for her to go. She don't have to wait for him to leave.
Sex is a connection thing, right? So sometimes you might have sex with somebody and then your mind telling you I gotta go, but your body saying I gotta stay.
Then that's their problem.
So that's the problem.
Telling me no.
Nah, we ain't saying no.
My body's telling me yeah.
No, seriously. So it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
To be honest with you,
I
feel like a friends with benefits situation has at most a year and a half kind of.
That's a long time.
Yeah, because you can have fun for a year, and then after that, you start to think to yourself like, shit, it's been a year. We got an anniversary. Then you start to wonder like, what listen,
and friends with benefits, honestly, should be to a 3 to 6 month pay period.
Period.
See, 3 to 6 months.
We get paid. That's
I always incorporated like job.
The reason why
I incorporated a job because 3 months they gotta know what's going on. After 3 months, you're like, all right. This ain't friends with benefit. This is leading on to something serious.
Let's keep it a buck. If you guys don't get to rock out like that often, 3 to 6 months is when you just start learning how to have sex with each other in a way that you like, and then you end it. How does that work?
But listen, pay attention. You got to be paid.
So 8 months is your expiration date.
You got to pay attention to details. I think 6 months. After 6 months, if it go past 6 months, you're in a relationship. Real talk. If you go
rock out for a year and not pay attention.
If you go past 6 months, you in a relationship with that person. You could tell yourself something different. Well, when you're next time you introduce me, you better introduce me as just your girl. Because the last 6 months, we even have a conversation. You in a relationship with that person.
In the right situation, I feel like you could be friends with benefits for a year to a year and a half. But after that, it's just like shit. To say only 6 months, 6 months could fly, bro. Would you not even thinking twice about it? 8 months is fair, but I feel like once you hit that year mark, psychologically, you're like, yo, this could have been our anniversary as a couple. You don't think so? Keep it a buck.
Nah.
So yeah, I don't know. Well, that's gonna complete our show, our first show back, for the spring season. It was a good show. Amanda, thank you for your contributions and stuff like that. Like always, gonna have people do their shout outs before we head out.
It's your boy Cliff Rock Manam. I just celebrated my 34th birthday. I'm just thankful for life itself. Shout out to the team and keep pushing. That's it.
Shout out to my candle company. I'm gonna start doing parties and candle making classes, so I'll be posting that
and
on
your
my page.
cakes too. The cake you made yesterday was fire. That glow in the dark
Friday.
cake Friday.
Yeah.
That glow in the dark cake was fire.
Thank you. So the information will be on my Instagram page and my Facebook page at Amanda Marie's Home Collection. Probably in about a month, I'll be setting up everything.
Yeah, so I always say everybody go out there, support black businesses like Amanda's candle business, and holler at her about her cakes. Like I said, there was fire and stuff.
I don't
like
make
that.
cakes anymore. I just do that as favors now, to be honest with you.
So you're not using one of your gifts that God gave you, because that was a
Oh, you
banging
sound like
ass
my
cake.
mom.
All right? But I always, always say, go out there, support black people, go out there, dream and think big. And I was watching the shot from LeBron James the other day. LeBron James, one of my favorite humans, athletes. And he said, you know what? We spend too much time being comfortable. We get comfortable with being comfortable. And he's just like, in order to expand ourselves, we have to get used to being uncomfortable, right? Because when you're uncomfortable, it forces you to act. When you're comfortable, you do shit that always got you by. So I'm going out there, and I always tell people, go out there and chase your legacy, not your liabilities. But now I'm adding to that. Go out there and do things that make you uncomfortable and see what that makes you become. And we out. Peace. Views from the friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be friends though? It's cool though. Just don't try to play me for no fool, yo. Views from the friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be friends though? It's cool though.